name's Andy, and in today's video we're going to install the Monte Carlo bar on my 1966 Mustang. In a previous video I installed the export brace and I couldn't get the bar that I had purchased to fit. In fact, let me grab it here. So this is what I had before with the fixed ends, and when you go to put it in here, it just, I don't know if how well you can see that, but these fenders over the last 55 years or so have just slowly creeped inwards, and this bar doesn't fit. I had another 66 Mustang before this, and I ended up cutting these brackets off and then bolted the brackets in, and I cut the bar just a little bit shorter and then re-welded the bar in. I don't want to do that this time. My welding skills aren't the best anyways, and so I got a different bar. I got one with these Heim joints, and surprisingly this is just a little bit skinnier than the other one. And so what we're going to do is we can take, the nice thing about this bar is I can take this bar out if I ever needed to pull the motor or anything like that, and with just 2 bolts versus unbolting the whole thing. And also this fits a little bit better for my car. So we're going to try to install this and see how it comes out. Let's get started. So on my car, you probably noticed that it's already up a little higher. I had jacked this car up and let it sit overnight. I've got it jacked underneath that brace that goes underneath the engine. I don't know what you call that bar, but it's right behind the bump in the oil pan. And I've got the jack holding that part up, and so I'm trying to allow these fenders to just sag the slightest little bit to give me every bit of space that I can get. I did the same thing when I put the export brace in, and it was just enough. I didn't have to cut anything or move anything to get this in. The towers moved, maybe it was a 1/4 of an inch, I don't recall it. I talked about it in that previous video. But it was enough to get that export brace in, but I still couldn't get that Monte Carlo bar. With this, again, I let it sit overnight. It is really cold in here, so that's probably not helping me. I bet if it was warmer, it would sag just a little bit more. But I've been letting it set up like that. So let's go ahead and start moving these bolts out of here, and we'll get those brackets put in, and we'll see if everything's going to work out. Thankfully, these are 1/2 inch, so pretty standard on these cars. And we'll just go ahead and start loosening these up. All right, let's do the other side. All right, now that's out of the way, let's test fit that bar and see how it fits in here. All right, so drop this bar in here. That fits pretty good. Let's check the holes. So if we put a bolt right there, I think we can make that line up, that work. Let's check the other side. All right, this one, we might have to open up this hole. Might have to open these up just a little bit. This car, I mean, it's not perfect, but really, the way the load is going to be on this bar, it's going to be in this direction. So if I make those bracket holes just a little bit bigger, that's not going to change. So, all right, I think that'll fit. Let's modify this bracket a little bit, and then let's install it. What I like about the simplicity of this system is how easy this is to remove from the car. It'll just take that, and then when we put it in, we can just use that stuff and put it in. But for now, I mean, gosh, taking this out, it's so much easier than unbolting the whole bracket from the car. So this is the side that we want to modify. I need to make this hole a little bit bigger, maybe that one too. So let's stick this in the vise and see what we can do with this. All right. Now let's see. That will hopefully work. Let's start bolting it in and see how it comes out. All right, we'll come back and tighten these up. Let's go to the other side and make sure everything still lines up. All right, let's do the top one first because this is the one that kind of controls the position of those. All right, so everything's bolted in, both sides are in. Let's go ahead and tighten this bracket down and then we'll worry about positioning this in the final spot. All right, that second bracket's done. Now let's do the bar. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wanna tighten down this joint, this Heim joint to the bracket, and then we'll tighten down this lock nut to hold this bar in position. But first, oh. So this was installed backwards. This has a little collar that needs to go. There's two different size holes here, and the bigger hole holds this collar. So, but the nice thing is look, you can see how easy that was to just pull this bolt, and this bar now comes out of the way. I can do whatever I need to do to service this car, which is great. There we go. All right, that one's snug. There, now that one's snug. Now let's do this guy. And this guy, it's just a 3/4 inch nut here. So, I'm gonna put this, and I kind of want this about level. I just don't want it resting on the wires down here. We'll put it right about there. There. Now, it rests right where we want it. There. That's in. The nice thing is this, even if this was straight, it would clear the top of the distributor, but with the bar right here, it may be difficult to get to some of these plugs. So actually having this kind of go around the distributor is why we have this bar designed like that, and I like it. I think it looks pretty good, and it's gonna add a little more stiffness to the car. All right, well, that takes care of that. That bar is in. You probably noticed that there's another hole on the bracket here. There is no hole in the fender, and you can drill one and put a bolt in. I just don't have the bolts for that, so I want to come back and do that and just further secure this bracket to the car. I just don't have the bolts. Also, for those that they may question the effectiveness of having a pivot here when you're trying to stiffen the chassis of the car. There's no argument. Ideally, solid weld connections are the better way to go. Without getting into the dynamics of how the load is going to be on this bar, it's going to be pushing in like this, and that's going to go right through this pivot. And will there be a little bit of movement? Maybe, but this bar in this design is better than no bar. A fixed bar would be better, but like I said, I just didn't want to cut up that other bar and try to weld it again. I'm just not a welder. So this will work. This actually works pretty good. This is a nice clean painted finish on here, and I like the way it looks. It jazzes up the engine bay just a little bit more, and then gives just a little bit more stiffness to it, and hopefully be fun to drive. Yeah, that takes care of that. That's another one. Simple. This kind of fix, you guys are, shoot. It probably took me a half an hour to do all this and set up the camera and get everything going. It would be even less for you guys to just zip underneath the hood and take those bolts out, put this in, and away you go. So it'll be pretty fast. All right, that'll take care of that. Thanks for sticking with me. We'll see you in the next one. Whew. It's cold again. In the previous video, I installed the, what is that called? Export brace. Come on. Of course.